a girl called Miranda, a young woman who she's caught in a dream, and it's a dream stroke nightmare where she's been given these messages, and for whatever reason she's been chosen to deal with this message of climate change, the things that are going on in our world. The script is based on speeches that were given at the Camden Roundhouse in 1967 with these great speakers, Allen Ginsberg, Stokely Carmichael, Herbert Marcuse. It's these speakers' voices that she's hearing in the dream. As much as Miranda's dream is telling her about herself and the situation of the world, she is also affecting the people in her dream. So what this week has really been about for us is establishing the kind of world we want to tell our story from. And you've been hearing me talk about dreams, so that's been the platform for us this week to explore a dream world, to see how we can develop this world from which to tell our story.
It's really interesting. It's been almost like children playing in a sandpit sort of thing, where there's a lot of time to explore. It's a very special thing to allow enough space to explore all the different forms of getting the characters and getting the actors and performance out of these people, getting them all outside themselves. So I'm following what you're doing with the actors as a guide to what I'm doing in the background, as it were, in kind of going through the script and just keeping loose, keeping all the sort of, metaphorically keeping the brushstrokes loose, and not trying to tidy anything up at the moment.
Well, it's always a privilege to have an opportunity to work like this, because however you work, you tend to come in with your own preconceptions, having read the script. And then those gradually get kind of pulled apart as you watch the process of at work. So that's really nice as a musician, because it perhaps takes you places that you don't usually go. It's very interesting, and I think it stretches you to have more ideas, and it ultimately brings the whole thing is much more of a piece that's created together, and you can feel that as it goes along.
I've been constructing a series of exercises with the 5 actors. Exercises where someone has to just act on impulse is really essential, because dreams are very random and sporadic and symbolic, and they never have to justify themselves to you, they just simply are what they are. And so within that frame, we take that to an exercise and see what comes out of that.
I feel like we've done a lot in a short time, and I really like how it's been very playful, and that from the very beginning we did a lot of really open improvisations, and that's really exciting and engaging and challenging, I think, for all of us for different reasons, because you incorporated a lot of different things, from sort of movement to text and drama to music. So I think it was nice to sort of give us all, even very quickly, like a common understanding and a sort of place to work from. And it's been really exciting to see how the things have transformed in front of our eyes through the minutes, and you don't necessarily know where it's going to come, because there's so many people in the room, like the collaborators coming in. So the designer came in and said, oh, in the round, why don't we make that, instead of square, into a circle? And that's just, fundamentally changes the whole concept of everything from the ground. And if we hadn't seen it all together with everybody's input, it wouldn't have happened. And so it's really exciting to see these, to see how everything's still so malleable, and how it could just change like that in front of us, and create on top of itself.
It's been a completely different experience. The words in my head have been taken, and something new's been made out of them. Something that I hadn't seen, which is very interesting to me. So they've become enormously much richer and more complicated, and there are different paths through the script that I hadn't been aware of, different openings, kind of magic. Yeah, there's been a feeling that something magic is, literally magic has been created. It started, as far as I was concerned, with a flat script, a two-dimensional words on page, and suddenly this, or bit by bit, this airy structure, this great city has been emerging.
Researching and developing a piece, yeah, really important, really, really important. I think anytime I'm going to do a play, if one gets the opportunity to really do research and development, because then you really see what the foundation of that story is. And the story is always the most important thing in the room, always. So always looking back, how can we throw everything in, the things that we have, every idea, we throw it in, and then we say, what do we need? Take it out of the way. What's disturbing the story? If it's not helping the story along, then you take it out.